Security. In this lecture, we will learn more about Salesforce security measures. First, we will discuss the massive changes that occurred in the beginning of 2021, and after we will learn about what is IP addresses and how these can be set up to enable or restrict users to access Pardot. Before February 15, 2021, users could log in into Pardot through one of these two methods: via login using Pardot credentials or via single sign-on using Salesforce credentials. Depending on how users were configured, they could use one or both of these login methods. On February 15, 2021, Pardot stopped supporting direct login using Pardot credentials and now requires that all users accessing Pardot do so via single sign-on using Salesforce credentials. This means that all Pardot-only users will need to be created as identity users in Salesforce and then through the Pardot settings connected to a Salesforce user. Why Salesforce is implementing this change? Security. Salesforce's user security system is robust and extendable and is kept up to date with the latest security protocols. Also, Salesforce's SSO is more sophisticated, offering more options for authentication and login restrictions, like login hours, login IP restrictions. You can set up Salesforce Authenticator app so that users go through the multi-approval process before they can access the org. Product strategy. The majority of new features being released now and into the future have the Pardot Lightning app as a prerequisite. For example, for business units, Lightning Email Builder, engagement history. Users will then otherwise just would miss out on these, and Salesforce want to avoid users being stuck with a legacy product. And of course, commercial objectives. Although a Sales Cloud and Service Cloud licenses isn't required in use for Pardot, it's required to access the Pardot Lightning app. Now let's talk about what is actually a Salesforce identity license. A Salesforce identity license is designed to create a user record in Salesforce with the sole purpose of enabling single sign-on. These Salesforce user records won't have any functionality in Salesforce, but they will have their original functionality in Pardot. Pardot team is determined to keep the pricing on the organization level and is now bundling 100 Salesforce identity license for a typical Pardot account. What is IPlocation? IPlocation is a mapping of an IP address to the geographical location of the internet from your connected device. Therefore, this means that Pardot is able to see where you are and when you access your account. So, what is this feature? Salesforce is looking at your IP address when you log in. If your login attempt to Salesforce is from unrecognized IP location, then your login attempt will be blocked. When this occurs, the email will be sent to a user with a code. And after you paste this code in the verification screen, your new location will be activated. Note, each time you clear your cookies or access Salesforce from a new location, you will be prompted to activate it again. So why is this all hustle for? I guess the main key reason is that actually if someone got their hands on your username and password, or if you logged in from a new location or new device, you'll be prompted to verify yourself. So it's purely for your own security reasons. So what will require the IP activation? If you're accessing Salesforce Pardot app through any internet browser like Chrome or Safari, or if you're accessing Salesforce app via API. For all API users, you will additionally need to add API user key that you'll find on a user record in Pardot. By adding API user key, you will ensure that the user has seamless access to Pardot data without any interruption. The hands-on part. Now let's navigate to Pardot settings and click on the security. Here you will see all previously enabled IP ranges. These are saved each time users log in from a new location and verify their new IP range. If you press on the pick list on the top, you can check these IP ranges for each user separately. You can also see a wider range of IP addresses if you expand the Showing Pick List and select 50 to display. So, thank you for tuning in and stay secure.